long COVID to Bottle.It Ironman, episode number 8. Was it 9? Might be episode number 9. This episode's coming to you from the side of the road out at Westhead. I've managed to, you wanted some vulnerability and some frustration. I've managed to absolutely fold my bike under me. I've bent the derailleur hanger, which has caused the derailleur to go up between the frame and the wheel, and it's cracked my frame, and it appears that I'm down a bike 2 weeks out from Noosa Triathlon and 6 weeks out from Bottle.It Ironman. I've only had the bike for a couple of weeks too after last week's issues, so just sitting here waiting on a mate to grab a van and come get me, but sitting here doing some math, doing some soul searching, trying to figure out what the fuck to do from here. This isn't ideal. This isn't great. Even this morning's training's what upsets me the most. I miss out on that. Now I go home and run some numbers and see what we can do with the frame and the couple of parts I've got left, and see if we can get something together before we go to Busso and Noosa, because it's kind of running on the smell of a wet rag financially. The bike was kind of put us to the bottom, so we're going to have to the bottom of savings, so we're going to see what we can do, come back, but I'll update this more when I get home and back in the office. But yeah, literally happened 15 minutes ago. Been to a few parties in my time, I'll tell you this for free. Ain't anybody going to your pity party. We go again. Episode 9 of From Long COVID to Bottle.It Ironman. I am your host, Beau Jones, and again, no intro. We refuse to do it. We're not conforming. We're not one of your big podcast platforms. We are just me talking down the camera, down the mic for 15 to 20 minutes about my progress from long COVID, which was essentially zero energy, mass weight gain, no real desire to train, to we're sitting here now 6 weeks out from Bottle.It Ironman, full of energy, training the house down, cramming as much as I can. Now, you would have just seen a recap of yesterday's training. It did go from the highs and the excitement of having yet again another whole Saturday planned for training, and then, you know, exciting that I was also training with mates, to the really depressing bike mechanical issue, which caused me not to be able to ride any further. The derailleur hanger cracked and folded in on itself. The frame has cracked on the chainstay. Basically, the arse just fell out of the bike and left me on the side of the road, and I reckon there's only about 3 other kilometres further I could have gone to be more away from home. Ali and Duke were already up in Newcastle. I was literally on the side of the road, upset that the training was over, upset at the bike, not knowing how much that was going to cost, and then also not knowing how I was going to get home. Now, just a quick shout out to Brent McKinnon. Now, I didn't realise this until late yesterday afternoon, that basically to catch an Uber home was going to be $220. I would have needed an XL Uber to pick me up from Westhead to bring me home, and that $220 was, you know, I would have rather walked, I think, out of principle and out of savings, for the fact that we do have Bottle.It Ironman coming up. But as I was sitting there having a pity party about my bike and trying to figure out a way to get home, Brent McKinnon, friend of the Floral, Where's the Floral, raced in World Championships for us, rocked up, and once again, without saying anything, just made a phone call and arranged. He had a friend that had a truck or a van, like a Land Rover, as you see in the video. Come back, pick me up, run me to Manly Wharf. After doing his own 100k ride, then had to take the truck back to the cafe before riding home himself. It added an extra easy 3 hours to his training day, and then financially for him, he refilled the diesel in the Land Rover, and once again, like, just absolutely blown me away with the support and just how much of a legend he is. So yeah, I look forward to, you know, repaying the favour one day when that happens, and then, but yeah, also like jump on Brent McKinnon's page. He's got a big 2024 coming up after doing World Championships this year, but we thoroughly appreciated that. And that's one of those gestures that really swung my mood around and showed me that, I said in one of those previous videos that no one's coming to your pity party, and that was exactly the way he just swept into action. Was one of those things where, my TT's folded and I can no longer ride that until I get it fixed. But the reality was, I've still got a road bike. I've still got my road bike that I've had, for the last couple of years, and I'm still fit and able to grab that. Got it off the rack, changed the tyres over, and just went and did an extra hour in the park while I was waiting for Brent to ride back from West Head. So yeah, it wasn't the day I had planned. It's definitely changed the situation, but it's one of those things about controlling the controllables. The bike shop wasn't open. I couldn't get the bike to the bike shop. The car and Ali and Duke were in Maitland, so there's nothing I could do but just put the bike away and deal with it tomorrow. So I focused on what I could control, and I did have the road bike, and I still had another hour run in the afternoon, and then another long run that I've done this morning. So the processes that we preach here at Bottle.It have come into play so many times, and hopefully through this vlog and through this podcast, you're learning as much as I'm learning as I go too, that you can only control the controllables. And yeah, I couldn't control the bike folding. That was one of those things where we're kind of looking into it now. I'm not sure. It was a second-hand bike. There's definitely no fault from the previous owner. It's one of those things. There was no signs of damage. I inspected the bike thoroughly. It was presented as brand new. Unfortunately, being my weight, I am at the higher end of the weight limit scale on a Cervelo, and I do believe it happened when I got out of the saddle to put power through to go up a hill, and obviously the weight limit has just folded. So at this stage, we're going to get the bike repaired, which it can be repaired, which is luckily, or replace the frame. However, that conversation comes back into how much are you willing to spend in order to, especially given the fact we're already flying to Perth, accommodation is what it is. So it's one of those ongoing conversations where I have to sit down with Ali and realise how much is going to impact my family for what return on those guys, and is it worth just waiting another 6 months and then looking at getting a new bike then and just doing it on the roadie. So that'll all be worked out before the next episode. Hopefully the bike did feel fast. Like, the bike was 100% faster than my roadie. It felt fast. The frame was strong. I was getting the position dialed in. So it would be good to have a TT for Noosa and for Busso, but again, it won't be the end of the world if that falls through. But that's where we're at with the bike. Training this week has been, I think I've almost gone, apart from yesterday's ride, gone close to 100% compliant on Training Peaks. Now, Training Peaks is the program that Coach Clint uses to basically keep an eye on what I'm doing and tell me what to do. And one of the things I've tried really hard to do, I touched on it last week, was it comes down to that thing that I think everyone can talk, and it's easy to talk and say you're going to do things and how you should do things and what you want, but actions speak louder than words. And the one thing that I take away from the Training Peaks program and the conversations I've had with Clint and other athletes in the past is how they train. Reece Corbishley is one of my favourite athletes. He trains the house down. I've never known him to miss a session. He just gets things done. And when I approach the Training Peaks program and the fact that Clint's giving me the time of day, he's giving me the same time of day he's given Reece, and I wanted to make sure that I was putting in as much as, I've seen Reece put in, or I've seen Clint put in, or I've seen all these athletes that have been coached by RPG or coached by other people. I wanted to become that person. In my last prep for an Ironman, the Port Macquarie Ironman, I was a Instagram athlete. If it had something to do with making a reel or, the 5 a.m. starts where it looked impressive on Instagram, I was always the first one to do it. Like, I did those easy sessions that looked hard, and I loved sharing it on social media. Whereas, this prep, it's actually probably the opposite, because I am on a program now. I'm accountable for my actions, and it's taken time away from probably the social media, the updates. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying the sense of almost, I don't want to say professionalism, but the sense of accountability that comes with having a training plan. And it's been something that I've responded to really well. I've tried my best to keep it at 100%, even though it's hard. It's 2-a-days every day. It's, it's finding that energy when you're under fatigue. I just want to be, just doing as much as I can, as best as I can, to ensure that when I get there, I'm spending as much time with this prep as I have with other preps, but it's better volume, it's better value. And if I am going to take time away from my family and my wife, I want to make sure that there's going to be results from that. Whereas in the past, I've taken that same time away from my family and Ali, and the results haven't come because it was just for Instagram or a photo op. Whereas now it's as data, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and it's coming along. So I'm super excited for that. Once again, YouTube's a place to be. The comments I've had, the support I've had. Apologies for the guys that listen to the podcast and not on the YouTube. Yes, last week you did miss out on an episode. There was the time and energy to go back and record it from my phone and upload it on podcast. Unfortunately, we're just going to leave that one past. So if you want to catch up on the last episode where I had all the flats and spoke about a few different things, jump on and do that. So that's this episode is pretty short and sweet. I've been on top of it. It's been great episode. Not great episode. It's been a great week of getting things done. The running's coming along. The numbers are coming along, which is really exciting. I didn't expect to see that much of an improvement in my fitness. The volume has gone through the roof, but so is my fitness. I'm feeling strong. I'm running much better, and the weight. I stopped talking about the weight and the scales because the feedback from you guys has been immense about don't use the scales, and I've learnt from the other end of the scales. There's problems at the other end of the scales too for a lot of athletes. So I have shied away, but it is exciting to know now that the weight plateaued for a long time at the 120. The last 2 weeks with the volume increase in swimming and running, I'm dropping now a kilo a day. It is falling off me. It's probably one of the benefits of burning close to 5,000 calories a day is that's going to happen. So that's exciting. I did start this vlog with the kind of the announcement that I wanted to lose 10 kilos before I got to Busso, and that's it's very much on the cards. So yeah, it's exciting. It's all exciting. The point that even those few setbacks aren't going to slow me down or deter me. We are flights have been booked, accommodations being booked. So it's I can't wait to get over Busso. We do have a special Bottle.It logo shirt that we are making up for Bustleton, and for anyone racing or anyone listening who is heading over, or anyone based in Perth. It's a little almost West is Best logo of the shirt, and we'll go from there. Noosa, we are up at Noosa in 2 weeks' time. We've also got big news with Bigsy racing Bondi to Manly Ultra Marathon. That's going to be the launch of our fundraiser. That's about it. I'm going to keep it nice and short and sweet. I've been pretty active on the socials and everyone's kind of been in touch, but the orders have gone out for everyone who placed orders in the pre-order window. The orders have gone out. That's it. I hope your training's going well. I love hearing people on Zwift or on Strava listening to the podcast. So once again, keep in touch through the comments. What we'll do this week, I'm feeling good. I'm sitting here staring at some Bottle.It kit. Hit me in the comments. So we're going to give two giveaways. We're going to give away let's go a Bottle.It bottle for anybody in the comments. Basically, you just need to say g'day. It's not going to be on what the content is or what the comment is. You just need to say g'day, and that'll go in the draw. And then, once again, the same rules apply. Just say g'day. Going to give away a 4-pack. Unfortunately, this is going to be for people based in Sydney, so I can deliver. We've got a 4-pack of Alkalis from Capital Brewing. Once again, we're still going to teeing up a big episode to speak about the benefits of giving up grog, but to help launch that, I'm going to give a 4-pack away. So if you're listening and you're in Sydney and you're keen to try some alcohol-free beer that tastes like normal beer, it has changed me socially into being able to go places now and crack a tin and feel like I'm getting it done. So once again, hit the comments. Doesn't have to make sense. Just hit the comments, let me know you're there, and you'll go in the draw to win a Bottle.It bottle if you are not based in Sydney. If you are based in Sydney, you go in the draw to win a 4-pack of alcohol-free beer. Thank you so much. We'll see you again next week. Bye for now.